Čo zblázni, tady je Fizzy Style, mám natočit intro po druhý, jsme teďko na první mapě, FNATIC vs Sentinels, let's go! Podle mě to bude až na třetí mapu. Hero first kill on Ziegen. Ani jedna neonka by the way v tom lovíčku. Názor? Alpha Air Breach, kamaráde. Už jsem viděl všechno. Nice. Škoda toho nejdu, co měl ještě. Hero. Hero, to má drakill. Kus. Čet, komu fandíte? Svatba na úplně nový za jeden den. Jaký vyfísek. Kde se tam vzal Derke? A to není, že by změnili komp za jeden den. Na bind. Co stalo, Sejsi? Double kill, vole, na ekáček. Haven ban, jo, tak to chápu, Yoru ISO. Taky bych nechtěla proti Yoru ISO.
Three players from
Sentinels
have sheriffs. They only have those two vandals, and if Hero gets his hat off, he can get the information. This 3v5 is winnable. Right now, it's a 3 versus 4 in the A site.
Kam míří? Nějak vysoko mířil úplně. Dvakrát. Sentinels. Čau downhill. Kámo, Kuba Angel došel a přetáhl mě falousem. The paranoia came in, the flash went through in the boom bot, but they found nothing for it yet. I'm looking at the lurk as well. John QT's position could be divine. Let's wait though, as already Derke gonna find TenZ controlling the site. Oh, what? Jak jsem byl dva nejdem, jako. Oh. What?
The IGL taking the reins here. Just two players. Their main defense is towards that B side. They got.
Když jsem takhle zdravil, tak Fizzy ještě nedával Bejrovi, vole, na prankkolech. Nebo teda, Fizzy ještě neměl kanál teda v tu dobu, vole, jsem začínal. Ty vole, to jsou one-tapy, Boaster, ty pičo, ty nesklameš, kámo. Ten mě nesklame, vole. Nechce to Virus zničit třeba? Víš se tady skákat tak přes švihadlo do piči. Pohoda, času dost. Času dost, chat, no stress. Kejčku rychle, ne, za roh. Kejčka, vole! Kam hodil tu kameru? Ty píče, kam hodil tu kameru.
QT can keep a beat on if anyone is slipping through. You can see them trying to eye it up. Derke looking for it. Post is there. Sarsi almost shutting down on one. Zekken looking for a body.
Nula damage. Jako Zekken, všechna čest tomu chlapovi. Ale neviděl jsem celým mým fucking dlouhým životě. What? IGL div. Neviděl jsem horší race rakety. Nikdy. Ten chlap trefí jednou ze 4 třeba. Boaster! Kurtátu! Ty je škoda, to je škoda. Ale moc dobrý kolo Boaster, kámo. Jo, teď je to tam. Ale týnko. Radíme ne, já jenom to mutuju, kámo. TenZ, Sarsi, both here. Pain
Ten
shell
nade.
is perfect. It's going to do so much.
Ten nade byl hodně zajímavý.
Alpha gets the fight and he gets the kill as well. Plant now in play. Derke defending, takes away TenZ.
Co je?
Second with the impact through on
Co je?
Look at
Co je?
That's a third. This could be magic for that man, but it's Chronicle still alive. Stelsis takes another, but a 1v2.
Šorbikl, vole.
Chronicle the hero from before, but can he
Šorbikl.
go on the cape again? The reposition, they're staying close. Sentinels taking no risks.
Šorbikl. Ne!
Trade in place again. The leader, the captain, closing out the round, and we're back all even.
So imperative that
FNATIC
find a way to group up right now and play together. The trades are going to be so difficult to get into play with these classics, but here it's the market split. They were trying to set this up earlier, trying to shock the trips early. Boaster and Chronicle.
Oh!
And he gets to kill the
What?
Okay, the classic, and it's the Bulldog this time.
Boaster diffnul Zekina s klasikem.
Approach of holding that B site. Chronicle gets the better of Zelsis. TenZ can't even get a second in the round. Leaving Sarsi, who was probably identified.
Když role já tam tak napíšu Aspas, že jo, protože prostě, kámo, co to? Že lev prostě lidi neznají. No já vím. Tak potom dobrý, když víš, potom pohodě.
This could be the go signal for Derke to take some space. You're looking at the vast majority of Sentinels trying to focus up towards market, slip away towards CT,
space
find
created.
a bit of safety.
Chronicle up middle. It's just the camera to spot him, but he's not going to pop that camera at this stage.
Hlavně je, že jsme se shodli, že on zajist.
Keep them locked in towards market. Derke and Alpha in unison, and now you got to look for the lurk here. Chronicle can now pull the trigger.
Čauko, Veva, čauko. Šorbikl.
Behind, no, outrageous! And if John QT's alive, is there hope? The 1v1 between the young gun and the IGL of dreams.
The camera on the spike though, as soon as
Já si tady si dělá
tagged by the camera, and Hero will have a perfect opportunity to spam him. There's no way.
There's no time. The young gun might have just outdone him here. John QT is normally on for it, but it doesn't matter. The time is gone.
Díky bohu za hera.
At least it's a stack.
Nice camera, bro.
Players from Sentinels going for a deeper look here. Zekken just turns away. There was a play around here. You know what's in hand.
No way, trefl raketu. On trefl raketu. 1 ze 4, all good.
That's a big investment from Sentinels. They're showing their hand as well. B site is wide open for the taking. FNATIC cannot miss this timing. Right now, it's just a couple of trips for that push through from FNATIC to push into spawn, to push into market. But they don't need to do that. They got that rolling thunder. They can play out of the site once they get that spike planted. But Sentinel's already in position to come and deny this plant. The Alpha.
And look at Sarsi though. He's crept further forward. They don't know about Sarsi. And you gotta know about this man. 10 kills already. He's dead. Hero holds
Neví o Sasim, kámo. Ten hero ani vůbec netušil.
Derke gonna be hungry for this. He's going hunting. He's having his dinner.
Kámo, Derke je 2020. A jinak nemusím se ani ptát, kolik tam máš čas, protože my s Vízi už kolikrát vysvětlili, tam je identický čas jako tady. Dobrý reveal, ale nic neudělal. Boaster? Boaster!
It's Boaster at the helm this time. 2 for him, but John QT has his number.
What?
Keeps him in a level situation. 3
Jak jako double kill Boaster? To ten největší multikill za turnaj. Ty blázne.
The duo over towards the A site. But Hero has been shot. Ult comes in, should clear towards Elise Pillar. Both seen and actually hold on.
Kámo, 2 dejnutý. Trolíte? Trolíte? Dobrý. Dobrá utilita, kámo.
Contact with the knife. Sees if anyone's close by. But here's the counter push.
The disrespect from Derke. Go head first for that. Zekken is going to quell that and punish him for the disrespect. But he claims Sarsi's life. It makes it trickier now to get towards his
Chronicle Sheriff.
4 and 4. A little bit of a pause. But Sentinel's still trying to get out of the site. There's nothing really to stop them from getting out here. Hero on an off angle.
But if Alpha gets the contact as Hero then swing, it looked like that was the intention. They should note his position here. The flash is fantastic, forcing him deeper. Zekken trying to springboard forward, looks for another victim to fell. It's TenZ though to get Alpha, so that does remove some of the pressure from Market. Zekken.
To co bylo za kill od Zekkena?
Now just on Boaster in the 1v2.
Jako tohle ten chlap jedna ve dvojce, kámo, ten je nebezpečný. Jako hodně moc.
Zekken looking lethal. The timing, it's right. Sentinels answer back perfectly. Pistol is theirs.
And now the score, they have it here.
What is this mid stack? Look at that from FNATIC. 3 players there.
No longer.
Firing squad.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to get ready. And Sarsi had the timing right. Still took down Hero.
But that's Hero out. He normally plays B. That might
tell
Sentinels it's
nemají Cyphera, ale to je v piči.
That's pretty big though, finding 2 players there.
But not only to capitalize off of it. Right now, Sentinels is grouping back towards B. FNATIC want to do that reclear on middle. They already have that. They see TenZ. If TenZ went down there, that would have been huge. The smoke's gone would make this post plant so difficult to defend against. But FNATIC haven't found out exactly where to go yet.
Co dělají tam videa, nevím. Aramka prostě.
So they've conceded the B site control. They've given that over towards Sentinels. You see Zekken on guard duty, basically rocket in hand, ready. Not going to get anything for it. It's FNATIC starting to flood back in through Market. One splitting off his Boaster. Still going to have UT backlines from JohnQT to deny that being a comfortable position to pressure from. How are you meant to dissuade the players on the site? You can't! When TenZ does that! Back-to-back brilliance from the man. Chronicle and Derke brought to their knees.
No, tohle byla ještě v pohodě.
Sheriff's out, you know, this is a little bit more of a defensive round.
The dart stun combo.
Taky názor. Patanožík, jakože, ale doslova patanožík. I stejný skin. Ajajaj. To hlavně netrovnou 5v3, hlavně netrovnou 5v3. Zatím se to daří. Čo Dnes?
4 versus 3 in favor of FNATIC on their eco round here, and JohnQT trying to search out this A area, get a little bit of information here.
Oh, he's seen a lot in middle there though. Not sure if he saw 2, maybe even 3.
Camera gets taken out, but the defender camera at B main, ready to just figure out what's going on here if they need to go for the retake.
No, nemáš 11.
JohnQT though, yeah.
Look at Hero's position. He knows there's a chance of this.
Co kurva, čvachtal píšeš do piči?
Hero taking a couple of glances towards it, over towards
Kámo.
spawn side. You can see Sentinels cautious in approach. They don't quite know where FNATIC have gone, and this flank is on the way. So a flank's on a flank pretty much here. You got to expect the timing to be right from JohnQT. Darcy gonna know at least 1. He now knows there's 2, but the trade is there. Alpha. This can get turned on its head. Hero reads it well, and now Zelsis in a 1v3.
Já už to by zahrát 2v1, kde je ten, no 3v1, kde je ten Hero, vole?
He's got a player to the right, 1 to the left. The defuse will be beginning in about a second. You take your eye off the
Šli by zahrát spolu nějak, vole, do prdele. Nice, Hero. Tam vyčaroval Boaster. To ty čaruje, kámo, co co čaruje, vole, nic to nedělá.
They're looking like they want to get in here. TenZ trying to tee him up. Paranoid goes through. Boaster tries to back away, but he's caught. He is absolutely
dobrý counterstone, ale pozdě.
Leading the charge, and now the rest of FNATIC want to avenge their IGL. You got to look at the flank here as well. You're right. Zelsis going to be put on notice. Catches him. Notes Derke. Paint shell goes in, and Zelsis leans forward. But it's Derke and Chronicle in unison, dropping bodies. Darcy holding the back from the Market, trying to play to the time perfectly, and they're doing everything they can.
Byla facka, vole. Nakladska.
I think it's gone. I think it's too late.
Alpha je profesionální KD hráč.
You're looking at Alpha, you're looking at Derke and Hero on the back.
Bridge ult.
And Sentinel's going to go through the protocol list. It's actually going to be a huge investment. Derke takes away Zekken, but how much more?
Tyvo, ještě Sova ult, 3 ultiny. 3 ultiny, pojďme to teďko neposrat do ledí.
Everything they had to that opening.
Those 2 kills are huge. They need to be able to
nevím, fakt, podle mě to nemá, podle mě to nemá umrtný to takový zájem. Obecně. Či
surely it's too late. He can only hold towards that elbow position. JohnQT trying to close the gap, get a bit closer. Takes a step over. The trap in play, trying to isolate Boaster here. He's been seen, he's been noted, he's buying time. but it takes time. The rotation on the way. And Chronicle right nearby. He might team himself up for the trade. TenZ out to dry. No one there to back him up until then. Two big picks. JohnQT and Zelsis take away the players trying to pressure that plant, but it got into play. So Zelsis and JohnQT still need to stand together. It is a 2v3. Numbers on towards FNATIC side. Zelsis feeling the pressure on the site. You can see the crossfire in play here as best they can. Zelsis going to get the contact from all three. Can he divide? Can he conquer? Spots him getting
Prosím chlapi, ty vole, do prdele.
But Derke succeeds. And now JohnQT on 39.
Jo!
FNATIC make it up to 10. Sentinels
nice shots.
Get the plant now.
The early flank is coming out for the defense.
Nechaj plantnout.
All the smokes are gone for the attackers. They're not going to have
5v5.
15 seconds or so.
Já ulti na retake.
Second, TenZ, these two. Paranoia primed. He gets it right. That's a lot of blind
They have
players.
no ultimate as well to stall everything out if they want it.
Paranoia is perfect. Zekken can only get one though so far, but TenZ falls for it. It's fine. It's a 4v4. Time beginning to tick. The backline pressured. Hero.
Ten smoke, kámo.
They've got to know he's here. Zekken waits in the smoke.
To ne.
This is the round. Is this how it happens? The curse potentially coming into
Kámo.
play. But a 3v3.
Nice, ty vole. Derke, Alfire. Ten kurz otočili. Nevím jak, ale let's go.
It's all on that trigger discipline to line them all up. Three spotted at middle.
Big info. Alpha now under scrutiny, but
Derke!
What?
JohnQT, the savior of that moment. A missed shot.
Na, ty močálku jeden.
The B site is open. It's available. Hero trying to hinder. Catching one on the cross.
I am lobby.
JohnQT does. Setting them up for success. And a plant that he had. And if you're FNATIC, you're pulling the plug. Surely. That was perfect from Sen.
Couple of the players.
Yeah, staying on the site here. Paranoia ready. TenZ sends it and then back.
Ale mohli by přestat nechat plantit ty Sentinels. Jak měl raketu, já to chápu, ale stejně, vole.
Shutting it in their face. Now it is go time. Zelsis sent to his death. Forced to fight forward. Sarsi now leaning
Ta bomba ušíká strašně rychle, kámo.
You gotta get a move on here. Sentinel's gonna lap this up, but the trade's in play. Sarsi still stands.
Na co čeká Boaster, jako než buchne bomba? Na co dělají ty FNATIC do piči?
No more time to play. Sentinels running it down to the wire.
For FNATIC, this time in a 4 versus 5.
Comfy there, but all good. Should be able to get the plant now. We're looking at what they've got for the retake. Bulldog.
Spike planted.
Still there for Boaster. SMG for Chronicle.
They have that dart that can smoke off elbow, aftershock out that default box. This is doable for FNATIC. It needs to be perfect though. Boaster trying to
reveal elbow.
Actually, he's gone in the door.
Točné reveal side.
Sends him away though, and now they're struggling. Now they're capitulating. Now they're falling to pieces. Sentinels coming together when it matters most. 11 potentially now. Destined to be a close game between these two. Chronicle can do nothing really. Yeah, he might find one. But unless they completely leave the site, it means nothing. Take a couple, body sure. Make it hurt.
KDčko se samo neudělá.
Gut punch of it all for FNATIC will be that it's 11-11 Sentinels back in this.
Find these big openings. Showstopper already wasted. Sentinels looking for that opportunity to jab through the smoke. Counter util ready.
Mám všechny utilitu na afterplant.
That's alpha affected. No stun, no flash. The time is ticking.
FNATIC running this incredibly low. Again, the ult. Okay, it's going to be down to the wire, but TenZ unaffected. Maybe his moment to shine, but forced away. 24 HP.
Prosím.
Just push his shoulders.
Ty pičo.
For the time. Keep in mind the clock is ticking and it's ticking fast. JohnQT forced away.
Prosím. Vy močálové. Ticho.
How diligent are they? It doesn't matter. He still gets
Jak jenom jednoho. Jo!
Where was that? Out of nowhere, catching Sarsi on the shock dart, and suddenly they're left in pieces, fractured on the way forward.
Dobrý, klid.
TenZ, JohnQT, and Zelsis. You talk about impact
Shock
players. You got them in this though.
I'm looking at TenZ's ultimate on a round like this. This is where you want to try to find your footing into a site and pop that ultimate if you need it back out. Right now, Zelsis is trying to figure out how he can disrupt this retake, the rotations, but deciding to move together here. JohnQT versus Hero is going to be a big duel towards
Kámo, co?
defense on market. They don't care about the site.
the first fight. TenZ trying to lead the fray. JohnQT, TenZ, back to back impact. TP to the site, plant up next, and suddenly the record is flipped. And now you're down to Alpha and Chronicle. Again, impact sure, but in a moment like this, can you pull it through? Zellsis keeps himself alive. Information aplenty. They now know what they're up against, and TenZ's timing could be heaven sent. But no, they skip around. They go towards site. One towards main, one on pillar, one CT. Hard to find fair fights, and JohnQT prowling, waiting. Chronicle finds Zellsis, but the time is ticking, and TenZ is on the way. The camera comes up, they want to get it to they might just do it.
Nah.
Of the big boys!
Kámo. 11-8 na 11-13.
Set it in motion and they take space. Exchange on the side, those Sentinels. Sassy maybe over, I don't know, underestimating how many were there, and FNATIC have so many bodies on this side.
A jsem si koupil Kinder Pingví, vole.
Completely stunned by this. The only maybe silver lining is that Zeken's been let loose, but the spike has been left over towards A.
Dobrý, do piči, co to píšete, kamo, jaký unc, vole, ang status, jděte do prdele ze strejdou. Co to je? Jdu, teď si zuby radši. Potřebuju, kamo. Dostala zaplacen za každý skibiny napsaný v chatu, vole. Za každou zoom rovinu. Já nevládzem. Počkej, někam nejdu, vole.
That second kill gets him a refresh on his paint shells. He's got double satchels, paint shells. The spike's not planted on his side of the box, and once FNATIC figure that out, but they need to get to it first.
Nothing short of brilliance demanded of Zeken here. A tap on the spike, and they're forced away, not achieving half. This is doable. It's not done yet. Chronicle.
Up here.
Ooh, a little dizzy sent through. Oh, just the freebie.
Boaster.
Okay, Boaster, relax a little. Just fights breaking out across the map here. This is very, very staggered throughout. But you're looking at where the spike's going over towards B long. That is the vulnerable site here. That is where they should be heading. Reading it correctly, Boaster doesn't have options now. He's committed to this position.
Smart smoke positions from the attackers.
Pěknej, atraktivní, ve formě kluk. Opak dáty. Nevadí.
High risk, high reward.
Instead, Alpha goes down.
So it's on Chronicle to maybe buy time, make them work. Make it not feel so easy. 40 seconds now. Boaster's trying to clear out towards that B site, but Senna on the way. Smokes coming into play. That's all they had, opting towards heaven. So Chronicle now with a chance. 30 seconds. But the timing from Shower is pretty key, can't deny it. And JohnQT with the punish. Sentinels, beautiful play. High risk, high reward, and Boaster forced to save.
Nor hookah, smoke it off, smoke off elbow, smoke off spawn, and do a full site hit with all these pieces of util that they can use, but are already FNATIC's moving in here, and they've got the positioning. Derke's got a Vandal as well in the back of the site here, and a paint shells.
JohnQT trying to work up towards B long here. Already pressure on the side, but they haven't broken through by Octagon yet. Now they go. Zeken wants to find Derke, who quickly dodges, but it's JohnQT to land it. Boaster with the impact. Now down to Zeken and TenZ. And Zeken up above, flies through the air. But the ease is not there. It's all on TenZ in the 1v1. But where the hell is Chronicle? Even TenZ is unsure, but opts for a plant here. But he's only got a Bucky. How the hell is he meant to get in here now? Did he see him?
He's going for the jump spots, the silent ones too.
He's looking for him. Chronicle, has he made it down yet? I think he might have, just creeping ever closer. TenZ takes a look, takes a glance, and they pass each other, and it is all going to be down on timing. TenZ completely unaware. Spots a pixel and gets the body! Depend upon this time is tricky, and you've got
a ten jsem dělal taky včera. Pro mě to je všechno Kinder Pingví, vole. Všechno to je Kinder Pingví prostě. Měl stun.
And they've run out of it. The spike too far. This time FNATIC hold.
A great defense from FNATIC.
Tak prostě čištění mobilů. Já mám kámo. Já mám starý Quora proxy s tím čistím boty.
As I say that,
there, that's the players. You've got them. Use them. Zeken and Sassy taking away Derke and Hero. They're opposing numbers, and JohnQT closing in the net. Chronicle still going to do some damage. Oh, what is that?
Oh, but he gets caught. TenZ ain't gonna let that slip. Keeps it safe on the site. Backline fight as
Ničí
well.
zuby, jako co elektrický.
They even get to know where Boaster is. Patience paying here, Zellsis waiting, Alpha caution being displayed, and it ain't clean enough, he does get away with it, but Zellsis gonna catch him and bring him back down to earth. But a 1v2 for Boaster.
Mě děsíš tady.
Was considered and he's there, and the rounds have been close. But the swing is in, and Chronicle got to be cautious here, caught by the seas, and the orbital strike, he's about to get away from it, fortunately for him. How much can they throw one man? Chronicle, I don't know how you're even still alive, surely dead now. He had the entirety of the team thrown at him. Sight is under Sentinels' control, however.
Vyber se, jak jestli bolí, bude Derke klidně, no. Ale jako nemusíš se s tím srát, jestli nechceš.
How you meant to make your way through the mayhem? So much in their way, and again the ult does find a target.
Mohli by FNATIC začít hrát potom, až budou mít full buy a antiplanty. Mně přijde, že permanentně hrajou jakoby retake simulátor. Nejde jim to.
No respect to it. They want to press the issue.
Člověk si čopinky. Aby raketa. Už jsem se lekl, že raketa by tam mohla padnout. Už jsem se lekl rakety, ale.
Well, he still can only do so much. Hero has fallen. It's on Chronicle, Boaster and Alpha, who are being absolutely stun-locked out of this game. The pace has been so oppressive from Sentinels. So well done. JongQT never gonna
Není Jen Lee? Já to seru. Sebera získá.
Down to a 3v2, but look who's creeping in. JongQT, the one to full stop the round surely. How are they meant to do anything with this man's presence alone? The spike feeling inaccessible.
Prostě.
And Sassy not giving them a fight. Trying to play to the timing.
Oni to ani nejdou zkusit.
The time is starting to tick. And JongQT knows it. He plays it to the second. He knows what to do. Taking all the space again. They've won that, I guess, close sight control. They've eyed up the A site and again rewarded for the util. They've worked this out. They've got a really good concept of how they want to take towards this site. FNATIC need an answer, Josh.
Thrash instantly as soon as he gets a plant.
Blood mi píše mid ligu, vole, jestli mu dám tryout, kámo. A bude mě tady srát.
Leaving just Sassy alive in a 1v5. This would be monumental.
Wait.
Co?
Oh my god, it's halfway though. He has to go. He has to swing.
Co to bylo, kámo, za životní kolesa, vole. Děkujeme.
Feeling the difference. Peels away. Prowler comes in, notes nothing towards short.
They have that attack side Nightfall. If they get in the site, they have the Viper's Pit to lock down either elbow or spawn.
This Mosh should at least isolate the rest of the players away from second, but they're completely unaware.
Tam Boaster. Sluchátka.
Just asleep at the wheel at second. Just eviscerating them. He's the one to take this site. He is the one in control. And these are problems, these are issues, these are unmistakable.
Jako teďko hráli už na sajtu, ale furt to je retake. Měl Fadeul, tahám.
Outrageous impact, and he knows where Chronicle is. Zellsis.
No. No.
Teď čurák.
4-6. Alpha, the only one with the Vandal. And we have to say it, we have to state it. This could be the game starting to slip away. This is tournament life. This is what it comes down to, a historical matchup, to say the least.
Boaster je mega slabo.
And as it stands, FNATIC are getting flashbacks. Speaking of flashes, you don't want to be saying that, but Chronicle does get a rifle. That's all the redeeming qualities here, as Sentinels control that B site perfectly. Maybe Hero now with the Vandal in hand can lead them back.
Jako je slabo, ale first jsou EME a first seed, takže proto tam je furt. Kdyby nedokázali nic vyhrát, tak by dělali změny, no. Trefená raketa, ale. Kurva. Asi poprvé v tier 2 lize krachující, vole, tak do piči.
Derke allowed to focus towards shower.
Se chovají normálně.
Zekken goes down, dulling the tip of the spear a touch. Sentinels still gonna try and get the plant going here. That's in play.
Yeah, that melee also from that brimstone. If he has a lineup for the spot, it could be free.
Could be, but it's pandemonium on the site, and TenZ wants in. Where the hell did that go? But
díky bohu za shortinu.
Gonna find it with a shorty. Chronicle still controlling. It's on Zelsis, it's on John QT. A clutch would be demanded. Oh, there's not much more he can do. Chronicle,
5-7,
this is a danger. This
Bobby, který mu je 16, nebo bylo 16, tak mu je 17, nevím, kolik mu je. Jo, Chronicle, ale co to je? To co je, to je Thanos. Chronicle je Thanos.
Two already to kick things off, and instantly Sen have to fall away from that.
Ahoj, Tomix.
Sit down or I'll bury you.
Děkuji, Tomix.
He puts them down, 5 alive for FNATIC, and they put the brakes on. That smoke is making them second guess themselves, but also when they let the round develop like this, Sentinels, they can't play spread apart. If they do, then it's going to be 5 versus 2 or 5 versus 1. So they're going to get a little bit sweaty here.
I would say though, with John QT and that Sheriff, there's still like high levels that this could go any which way. It's certainly not on one path yet. But they've navigated past him, at least for the initial contact. He could still create a little bit of a crossfire, maybe with Zelsis here, or does he play it a little bit late? Options are plenty.
Only 2 stars available for Boaster. He needs to pick which 2 spots he wants to lock out. Hookah and Spawn and Alpha finds that pick. John QT sits in Hookah, but locked out for another 10 seconds here before he can get into the action. And in a 2 versus 5, your options are limited. You have to hope that FNATIC actually make a mistake.
Jo, jako jsme všichni byli trochu jeblí, bych řekl, tak se trpělivost. Byli jsme jeblí, ale každý asi jiným stylem, nebo vlastním stylem. Plus hlavně já jsem kámo už unavený. Tohle je poslední den těch watch party, že nevím, kolik to je dní v kuse, vole. Oh shit. What the fuck. Zítra si zahraju chvilku rankedy a později 3 si chci dát off, kámo, asi doma 2 dny, protože jsem fakt vyflusl, ještě to stávání takhle brzo, vole, na to nejsem zvyklý. Do toho mi tady chlap prostě 2 hodiny v kuse bude psát troll zprávy, nemám nekonečno síly, vole, takzvaně. No vole, z nějakého důvodu prostě, kurva, máš nějakou vrchol plnoletosti, že prostě lidi se nějak vyvíjí.
And a high-low setup for now. FNATIC starting to lean heavily towards this A site. Zekken waiting.
Není věkem, jsem prostě dement. Souhlasím, ale budeš menší dement, až ti bude 20. Podepsal bych se pod to. Nebo jakože je velká šance, že bude menší dement, tak. Že už se víc spálíš, víš? Že máš víc času na to se spálit.
Amongst all of the maelstrom, still here. Just trying to watch between the smokes, between the
leží na internetu, že někdo je kokot. Tohle je další zajímavý názor. Ale nebudu to rozvádět, vole. Chci zkoukat na hru. Ale dobrý bonusek. Zatím. Jako actually ta skutečnost je docela true. Maximálně je prostě někdo víc vyklepaný IRL. Ale jako personality. A když si vezmu třeba z Valorant scény, tak jakože jsou všichni takový, vole, jaký jsou na netu.
But FNATIC still have 50 seconds to try and pick make sure they want to.
Jako pozor, tohle je bakalář v chatu. Čau, Zendo, čus.
It's going to be so difficult to recover this. They do have stars on Astra. They can use these abilities to flush them out. Also, a Molotov from that Viper can clear out certain corners. But this crossfire from heaven, John QT.
His positioning.
To máš jen větší ego, že protože nemůžeš dostat granát. A co když někdo hraje rejsku? Ne. To jsou hrozně velký témata tuhleto.
They are just suffocating FNATIC out of this round, and you talk about his positioning. John QT
Prohráli jsme koleso, mimochodem. Taky nekoukám hru teďko, musím se dostat zpátky. Log in.
But FNATIC will have to let this one slip. Sentinels with the right fight in the right place at the right time.
Pokud budete, ale nic to neudělám. Se bude házet molík ze strany. Nice. Nice.
4v4, but the time on their side. And Chronicle closing in. The man has been a nightmare incarnate. Hero finds John QT. Pressure on CT. And Chronicle step by step getting closer. The inevitable death looking like it's likely. And Chronicle, he sees it all, and he takes down.
Málem zase vysral. Nice, dal si sobě to úplně jedno, že má flank. S vipem. Šavrech. David Lu.
Oh my god, it's going to be a teleport back to A. They're going to catch TenZ with his pants down.
O čo sa hrá? O protein.
Still TenZ, and when he's there, my mind will still always question mark it. Give us the eyes on him, let's see what the Chosen One can do. Good for one.
Nice, Chosen One. To je dobrý molík. O, Hero. Má piči molík. Má piči molík Hero, kámo, to je borec. Zekem mi jsem začal. Ale trefil raketu.
A 3v4 in favor to Sen. Alpha down low does have his ult. The Prowler doesn't quite make it. But Sassy aware. Chronicle, the final boss of FNATIC.
Jako je to final boss teďko.
Supported by the young gun Hero, but they are in problems. They are in trouble.
Dobrý review.
On the spike should draw the reaction. John QT finds Hero.
Ne, final boss. Ne, je to jméno z anime Blue Lock. Je, takhle. Boaster entry. Asi si jistě ta postavička nebyla jakoby Geiger. Prostávte ultině. Prostávte ji v ultině. Molí doprava, jeden krok. That insult to injury and Derke dives head first. Oh! Gorgeous! Tak já na rankedu, kámo.
But do they know about Zelsis? Well, Zelsis, what are we gonna do now? A chance at glory, and he gets none.
Zabiju mu dal.
Ensures safety. Make sure that the plant comes down. Never off guard duty, and Chronicle the closer. And TenZ, this is a hard game to play when you feel like this. You're never in the right place.
Ten démon je na LGBT anime wiki. Každý je minimálně z 5% gay, kámo, a dost.
Oh! His name up in lights. And FNATIC looking to rebound after the arduous map 1. Bind looking like it's going to be in their hands. John QT and Zelsis with a lot of work to do, Josh.
That's showstopper with Derke as well. As soon as they start inching up, it's going to be all over. Derke
Raketa!
Takes another.
Nazdar!
And it's over. Is
Bome!
This of all the players.
Už má dlouho.
He's the one you should be scared of. Shaking in your boots. But that
Ty vole.
clean, but Heroes was.
Co se děje?
Evades the seas and Hero leans forward. Chronicle strikes, fighting back with venom to it. Zelsis and John QT now have nowhere to step. The spike got lost deep.
4v2.
They've lost down the players.
Nechali jim bombu.
Zelsis' hand is really
Nic nepodcenili. Nechtějí se nechat vytradit.
40 seconds left.
Bome!
Low turret watches B. And Alpha could actually position himself towards C if he wants to. The rest of his team playing that retake on A. They have the numbers, letting Sentinels go for the side if they want it. Derke on this jump spot said, don't worry, Boaster, I got this. 18 seconds left. Show where they want to go. It's going to be so low in time by the time they can get anywhere, but FNATIC's just going to push out before they can get the spike planted.
Malá paska do piči. Ne, ne! Jak se to zkontroluji teď, to můžu dodělat. Padlo mi to do spamu. Co, kurva? Proč do spamu? I to je Zanzibar business. Ale počkejte, bonus. Prohranej. Proč jsem do píči, Derke.
adjust on
Kámo.
the spot. It should be fine on the time. A 3v2 out of nothing. Maybe Sentinels finding their footing here. Boaster and Hero working their way around CT.
Byl jsem u Minho se podívat, no, Min má formu jak svině. Protože hraju až za 14 dní. Snad vole se nepřehraje. Ty vole, to je škoda.
This round was his. You gotta say it. His earlier positioning, catching the rotation back from C. He did everything right for the side, and you wanted a bit more from him. He gave us a whole lot. Boaster gonna try and back away and keep the Odin in hand, but this round, in my eyes, was off the back of Zelsis.
Díky, Barte. Streamu možná a off-stream to možná poví. Jemu nevadí se bavit o penězích. Jemu nevadí se bavit ani o tom, že si oholil, teda, že si rozřezal prdel Van Bladem. To je škoda, Molotov zasranej. Ne, vole, do píči. Já cinkačku z čeho, Marton?
Zoned away, respecting that showstopper, but Paintshell still in play for Zekken. They can back out, they can reposition. Alpha down so low, and Chronicle full AC without Odin.
Vrně tady vyslýchá, vole, já to je.
And for Sarsi, 64 still sitting better off. Did he get spotted?
Oh! Usol!
Finds him. Zekken though.
On má Odin na trade, ale...
It looks like he might be able to. 3 in this round. He needs 4. And where does he wait? Where does he guess? The gap closes 15 HP. Paintshell to the left. He looks. Oh! It's outstanding.
Já to seru.
To get one and leave.
Nah. Wait. Hero? Nah. Okay. A nice try, but keeping stable.
Měl prefarnout, kámo, nějakou utilitu. To neprefarnul vůbec, kámo, to je v piči. Co to je? Tohle patak odsečil.
FNATIC, what's your answer?
Wait a minute, not the play we want to do. Let's go see.
Hodně pomalý koleso. Jo, že Žolutinka tady bude na poslední vteřiny. Bude Žolutinka na poslední vteřiny, jako. To bych šel zahrát na... Nejedne to? To nejedne či? Ty volte, Magor!
And now what do they do? Running low on time and running low on options.
A jenom delay.
Trying to hold this down, hold the line, make them sweat. 10 seconds, where do you go? There's nowhere to run.
To je král zasranej. To je zasranej král. To je zasranej král. WTF. Co ti? Ještě třetího zajebe.
And here they go. Right in there.
Thought he might try and fly up towards CT there, but there were two waiting. Both trying to catch on the backup, and it was Alpha to get Zekken there. But they're taking a tour. Derke's on 4 HP.
Kde má životy, Derke?
Yeah, he's pinging it out, but John QT catching the flank as well, trying to give them time to run.
A Boaster taky nemá životy. O co jde? Co?
Boaster, the saving grace of Derke, who could do no more. Where does Boaster go now? Okay, a 3v2. Sarsi and John QT. Nightfall, Viper's Pit, a big couple of ulti, but they want to try and at least secure Mound. QT gave it a glance, but that's going to force forward. Boaster tries to maybe catch him in that, doesn't get a connection.
Prowler and Haunt, and a C's to follow as well. 1 HP on John QT, and the molly!
There's nowhere to run, there was nowhere to hide, but Sarsi, this guy is legendary for a reason, and this might be a reminder. 2 in the round, he needs a third. Chronicle
Odin prostě. Odin prostě, vole.
Took one time out and they look right back into it, but they might be taken out again.
What?
Leads the fray, as does
Jak Boaster nezabil a umřel?
C-site should be under Sen control. Nothing can stop him now. We might need that counter timeout from FNATIC to re-establish their control.
Je to tak, zase dáme, je to tak. Protože už předtím Sentinels měli pod sebou toho Bughu a Syna teda byl taky obří, že jo.
Off the back of these clutches, the
a vyhrávali.
1 versus 3, Zekken getting that big clutch before as well, getting these swing rounds, forcing FNATIC onto these bad purchases, and then once they get these few rounds in the door, they kick up the speed. They find FNATIC, Derke, Boaster, both out of the mound.
Free Syna teda. Free Karlo.
Out of the round. Sentinels looking to pick up another round here, and the economy for FNATIC is getting low. It's dwindling down, and you're right. A timeout surely has to be called here. Poison's off. Chronicle just on a Spectre and light shields. They're gonna deal some damage here.
What? My Spectre doesn't do this.
But already ready to do that execute. Sentinels is right at the entrance, at the cusp.
No fear from Zekken. Now, the fear of God put in by Chronicle, but he's gonna be caught here. Does he get punished on this? No.
Vyhrávají kill do smoku furt. Dobrý, Meteor Void nepochopil, to nevadí. Přestaňte být vysazený na mě do píči, nebo nevím na co. Dement. What dík za follow. Neříkám, Sentinels jsou špatný, zabili je do smoku. Říkám, není timeout, protože je zabili do smoku. Chápeš?
Looking to get active, looking to get involved.
Konec debaty.
About Chronicle, the Prowler to the left, but the paranoia sends him away.
Přestaňte být pasivně agresivní.
He takes down another, and now down to Chron and Alpha, trying to play it back through, and now all down to Chronicle. He's in trouble, and you can see why.
A ty kolesa jsou jak close do piči.
Looking like a little bit of a fight towards A. TenZ. His position, but the spike actually eyeing up that front B site. Potentially a split.
Oh, the tempo, you talk about it, and Zekken's living it! He saw nothing and still got two. How are you meant to stop this guy?
Right now, you can't, but a weapon in the hands of Alpha. Chronicle on that Sheriff as well, and that shift over to that A site. Sentinels is going there. They're going to go through that revolving door, but already Hero, Alpha on that site. Potentially being able to isolate some fights here.
Trefil raketu, to je pravda. Aj.
Forced away. It's on Alpha, who tries to swing, but Sassy too aware. TenZ now in unison with Zelsis. They've claimed control of the site, and a 1v3 required for Chronicle. Try and dismantle all three of the rounds, but now they start to lean back towards A. The nightfall there. Boaster is going to be caught up in this. There's no evading that. Oh, and he gets punished.
Jsem streamuju. Hajzle za rohem. To by bylo extrém, jako to mít ještě vanu, ale ve stejném pokoji. Fandíš na tyk? Bohužel ano.
Want safety, they want the numbers for that second half. They want 8 rounds. Anything less may not be enough, but Alpha gonna set it into motion. Taking away Zekken, the spam comes in towards Tree.
Trochu štěstí, pojď, trochu štěstí, ty vole. Trochu štěstí na ten wallbang. Halo, je saklej do píči!
The Sentinels finally put down by Derke for the 1v1. And the time is too low. Surely there's no more. There isn't. It's 8 rounds for Sentinels.
As soon as they get spotted here, 20 seconds remain.
Derke's here though, but yeah, he's still out of position. Boaster goes down. They've unlocked the keys to
the
Chronicle. It doesn't matter. Sentinels
ale FNATIC zaplatí víc za letenku, myslím.
Derke working together, desperate to hold on to this, desperate for a chance. And Sassy is the one to stand in their way. Oh my god, the time. The time. Does he get it? No bullets.
Díky bohu. Jsem tady za sebe vyevitoval a vymáčkl maximum. Já jsem vymáčkl za sebe maximum. Dostali se z toho nostalgie, jo, chat, nostalgie. Tohle je důvod mimochodem, proč mám rozjebaný hlasivky, proč voice crackuju v 23 letech. Písničky a tuhle ty intra videa, vole. Kámo, Hero, co robíš?
Hero and Derke now blinded, put to the corner, and dealt with by Zekken. Another step taken, the HP dwindling. Sentinels, this could be the first nail in the FNATIC coffin.
Ani kill. Ani kill. No,
Quite alone.
Tak to spíš bylo taky outro než intro, to vypadá. Spíš to bylo outro, no.
FNATIC made a great run of things with Hero. They've looked as good as they could be. But this might be where they falter. This might be where they fall. 12 could be placed on that board after this round. Oh, not again!
Já to jebu.
Just repeating these nightmares over and over, and TenZ at the helm. Zelsis ready and waiting.
Mohlo to být doslova 2-0, no. Kdyby netrnul ten Sunset 11-8 na 11-13. Bohužel.
They let them take a little bit of space, but there's no security behind it. There's no safety here.
4v5. We've seen Sentinels win these types of rounds constantly this series.
Bohužel.
They haven't. Their post plants, even with 5, haven't looked too hot. Right now, Derke and Hero in that heaven, trying to disrupt the retake a little bit. Sentinels taking their time, making sure they're moving together. Now they're grouped. Now the retake comes in.
And it's almost an extended bonus. Anything is a benefit in this sort of round, and for FNATIC, it's a must-win. The scales tilted against them. Sussy goes down. It's going to be Chronicle.
Nelepí to, chlapi, nelepí to. Nelepí to. Nelepí to, GG.
So far, mostly unscathed. But Zelsis will hold this down. You can hear it on the other side. A little bit of chip towards Derke, but that's it. Control over towards Mound, and we do have the first blood drawn. TenZ falls this time. Alpha will be checked on. They now know at least a couple of the positions here. But it's 4 players for Sentinels. And Zelsis looking a little like an immovable object here. How do you get him off of this position? 4 players from Sentinels in the right place. But they are slowly
Kandidují na prezidenta.
And Zekken waiting. Almost caged behind that door. When do you unleash him?
Jako Urza.
You take away Chronicle and suddenly you're back to a 4v4. There's problems left, right. Zelsis takes him away.
To nechtějí vyhrát ty FNATIC.
Man advantage to Sen. Alpha from the back lines fighting back. Takes away John QT. No plan. Where do they go?
3 versus 3. No space really taken from these guys. They've spotted most of these players on the defense, but they're going to run themselves out of time. So indecisive in these moments, but they have to make a final decision and end enough time past Sentinels is actually rotating to see. And FNATIC's going to find an open site.
Okay, plant's going to be in.
A děkuju, že mi takhle lichotíš, vole, že nevypadám na 40.
Establish some utility and the TP is here.
Info. Realizes it's not close.
Nothing.
Oh, he sticks it. But now he knows, hey, they're not spawned yet, which means they over-rotated. Careful flanking. Yep.
You're calling these positions out now, but with Zekken standing, there's danger, there's threat, as with Zelsis, as with Sarsi.
Turret, the alarm bot, the smoke at the front of the site, the crossfire.
FNATIC
clear. This is looking good for them.
A chance made. But Sentinel step by step, closing in, now down to 2.
Not like this. Not like this. Odinem, vole, ne.
Taking them away as Boaster has to try and save him. And it's an absolute
Vyhrál kolo.
in the making.
Ne.
Diffuses.
Jo, Boaster!
Ready to fight B or A. It's been so crucial for these guys all series. FNATIC.
A jsem sám naděl, kámo. Abys byl starý, tak musí být prostě 1000 něco, vole. Jak mlazí 2000, tak dobrý.
It's a fortress that they have to break through right now. FNATIC, if they don't pivot back to B, they're going to walk into traps.
Zelsis, are you going to be their downfall? No!
Wait.
Chronicle strides in, kicks down the door. John QT, the difference maker before. Eyeing it up now, trying to stand his ground. 20 seconds, smoked off by Waterfall. Maybe FNATIC have done enough to control the site. Paint shell posted, they got to be cautious here.
87. Poda Urza je 80. 83, myslím, takovýho, ne?
TenZ and John QT.
Taky 87, fakt, aha.
And it's TenZ, and it's John QT. You give them credit, you give them their respect. They are a terrifying
duo. Mladší, než jsem myslel.
Right now they're being toyed with. No time to make mistakes. As TenZ leans in. Oh,
Kámo, kámo.
God, is this how it goes? Is this truly how it falls away? TenZ desperately at the helm trying to do this. 5 bullets to play with and not enough.
Wow. There's nothing that can stop him.
Okay, locked down now. Plant in. What do they do with this? They can still live in the Viper's pit if they just push through towards CT.
Není šance, že jste nepočítali s tou ultinou, vole.
It is going to be the battle.
Ne, tam bude Raze Nate.
Breaking out now, and second is the Warrior who's just ripping apart FNATIC. Limb by limb they fall,
GG.
and this is what it comes down to. A 1v5, a desperate attempt, and the defuse will be there. The roar of the crowd reserved for the special few. And Sentinels is that team.